Hi there, welcome back to another episode of my OKC Metro Life. My name is Ronnie Jordan, and I serve all of the amazing people of the OKC Metro Area. And today we're going to be talking all about how to buy and sell a home simultaneously. So most first-time home sellers never think about how tricky this process can be until, well, then they have to. Buying a new home while you're still living in your current home can create a long string of dominoes. And if just one of these dominoes fails to tip over in the line, the whole thing can fall apart. So in this episode, I'm going to walk you through the entire process to ensure that all the pieces come together for you easily. So here are the three options to buy and sell a home simultaneously. Okay, so option number one is called a closing contingent. And most homes are sold on a contingency. And in this case, you would put an offer on a new home, but you would only be obligated to buy it if someone buys your current home. So in essence, if your buyer falls through, then you reserve the right to back out of the new home's contract as well. The obvious drawback to selling a home contingent is that it transfers all the risk to the home seller. And most home sellers don't really want to assume that kind of risk on behalf of their buyer. And this is typically true if you're trying to sell a home in a really competitive market, kind of like the one we're in right now in OKC. But option number two is own both homes temporarily. And this is a valuable and viable option if you can afford to carry two mortgages. In this case, you'd get a mortgage on the new home and wait to move out of your current home until you're ready. The process is really helpful when your new home needs major renovations, but you don't want to move in until the renovations are complete. It's also helpful when you're turning your old home into an investment property and you're planning to rent it out after you move into your new home. But there are several drawbacks. First, you need to be approved for a second mortgage, which is entirely up to the bank's discretion. Second, you'd have to pay both mortgages simultaneously. And third, you can't apply the funds from the sale of the first home towards the purchase of the second home, which means you need to come up with the down payment out of pocket. And number three is to rent a home. Most home sellers are unaware that they can stay in their current home after it sells by renting it back from their buyers. Yep, it's called the rent back deal. And in this case, you would get all of the proceeds from the sale without having to move, which gives you both the time and money to purchase a new home. And of course, the big drawback though, is that it transfers the risk to the buyer, and most buyers are hesitant to take the risk of renting their new home and prolonging their own move-in date. So again, buying a home when you have a home to sell can be pretty tricky business. I've seen transactions where 5 or even more families are all buying and selling contingently, which creates a really long string of dominoes. And orchestrating a transaction like that is an art form, and you need a great real estate agent who can guide you through that process. So if you're thinking about making a move or know someone who is, I can help. Just send me a message to Ronnie Jordan at gowithronnie.com or text me at 210-279-7990. No pressure, no sales tactics, just the help, the advice, and the guidance that you need. Also, feel free to post any questions or comments below. I always go back and check the videos after I post them. So thanks again for joining me today. I'm Ronnie Jordan, and I'll see you on the next episode of my OKC Metro Life. Have a great week.